Hi everyone, I'm back to make another video. Before I really get into it, I just want to start off by wishing everyone, or by saying I hope everyone had a really good Christmas and an even better New Year. Christmas here was a little different for us this year. I'm not going to get into that though. Let's just say the Christmas was very different from what I've had before in the past. But enough of that. I don't want to get into that. New Year's was good. Didn't do anything. I don't drink alcohol, so I wasn't out getting drunk and partying and stuff like that. I pretty much just stay home, with the kids. It's pretty much just me and the kids now anyway. Don's not around very much anymore these days, so we've agreed to just go our separate ways. We see each other once in a while. We talk on the phone maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. But primarily, we pretty much gave up on ever having a relationship. It's just better this way. He still has his bad habits, and I just can't have that in my life. Not when money is always as tight as it is. But again, not going to get into that either. This is going to be a video on the record show that I had attended back in October of last year. I've been wanting to put this up for since shortly after I went to that show. But unfortunately, some things just took precedence, my mother mainly. So I was pretty busy, helping her out, taking care of her. And now she's somewhere where someone else is taking care of her, and I don't really have to be there so much now. Haven't seen her since last year. Hoping to get up there maybe next week to see her, or this week to see her. So yeah, that's what's been happening on the home front this last while. So without any further ado, I'm gonna get into it. I've got a stack of vinyl here I want to show, and I've got 3 cassette box sets. I don't know if anyone's interested in seeing them, but I do have some vinyl here, so I'm just gonna get into it and share that with you. Now remember, these are what I picked up at the record show, the October record show of last year. And I didn't buy much. I only went with $100. I tried to get as much from my buck as I could. I'm going to the March show, and hopefully I'll do a little bit better in March. So, starting off, we have the Beatles Rarities. This is a UK import. It's on the Parlophone label. I don't know. Yeah. The vinyl is near mint, so I was pretty happy to have picked this up. I think I paid like maybe $10 for this one, so I was pretty happy with that. Okay, you know what? Next we move on to Brighton Rock. I don't know how many of you remember this album. This is Young, Wild and Free. This was released, I believe, in 1986. And this is still sealed. I only paid $5 for this. I haven't opened it yet because I actually have it on CD. Whether or not I'm going to open it, I don't know. This is the Carpenters' Yesterday Once More. This was released in 1985. It's a gatefold. And yes, I do like the Carpenters. And this is an upgrade copy from the one I had, Phil Collins' Hello, I Must Be Going. Released in 1982. I still need to get face value into the collection. Then we have The Cult, Sonic Temple. And this one was released in 1989. The first table I went to, I was so busy looking at the cassettes. The guy who was standing next to me was going through the vinyl, and he found this, and I think he paid like maybe $5 for it. The price tag here says $14. I only paid $3 for this, so I actually got a better deal than the guy who bought it from me at the other table. Then we have The Firm, and this I only paid $2 for. Here's an album I wasn't expecting to find there. This is Flash in the Pan. This has the song Hey St. Peter on it. I had the 45 back when it was first released. I really was surprised to find that they had released an album, because I don't recall them doing anything else after this. But yeah, I think I paid like $3 for this. Actually, no, you know what? I got this for free. That was a bonus. And it was sealed when I bought it too, so. Next we have Focus, Dutch Masters. And this has Hocus Pocus, the regular version and the fast version. So I was really happy to find this and add this to the collection. I think that makes 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 Focus albums I have in the collection. Next we have Genesis, Spot the Pigeon. And this is on blue vinyl, released in 1977. I was going to buy this brand new at the store I usually do all my vinyl shopping at. Blue vinyl. I wasn't expecting to see this one there, but when I saw it, I just grabbed it. Didn't think about it. Now we move on to Daryl Hall, John Oates. This is Abandoned Luncheonette. I bought this because I had the cassette, and when I played it I found out that I really liked it. And so when I saw it, I just had to put it in the collection, had to buy it. Sticking with Hall & Oates, we have Ecstatic. Same thing. Have the cassette, played it, liked it enough to want to buy it on vinyl. And this is a record that I had picked up, and I played it, and it wasn't what I thought it was. I don't know, I guess it was, it just didn't appeal to me. So I'm going to be giving this one to LJ. This is Hawkwind, Choose Your Masks. Now, I don't know if you can read that label there. Oh, well, you've seen that. But this one was actually brand new when I bought it. And it's a UK import, and I did pay $12 for this. But unfortunately, I couldn't get into them, so I'm just going to send this one to LJ. So LJ, this is the one you're getting, okay? I wish I could get into them, but I listened to it twice, and it still didn't click with me, so I figure rather than have it sit in the collection not being played, I'll send it to someone who will actually play it. Now we move on to Honeymoon Suite, self-titled. Not much needs to be said about that. It's their debut album. Now here's another band that I really, really like a lot. This one's Icehouse, Sidewalk. I think I have like, 3 maybe? I think I have 3 Icehouse albums. This one was released in 1984. I still have to get Man of Color on vinyl and Primitive Man. I have the cassette, but I don't know, I listened to I think maybe half of it, and I was really getting into it, and then all of a sudden the tape started to drag, and it became unplayable at that point, so needless to say, when I go to the show in March, I'm going to be, I've already got a list. So this time when I go to the show, I won't be there past 4:30. I'll go there, buy what's on the list, hopefully, and get out of there before they even close. Next we have Billy Joel, Street Life Serenade. Again, have the cassette, played the cassette, loved the cassette enough to buy it on vinyl. Journey, Departure. Little Feat, Feats Don't Fail Me Now. This is a good album. I actually played this when I first got home from the show, and I definitely have to get more Little Feat in my collection. Marillion, what's it? Script for a Jester's Tear. So this I think makes 3 or 4 Marillion in my collection now. Paul McCartney, Give My Regards to Broad Street. I'd like to get this movie on DVD if I can. So that's also something I'm going to be on the hunt for. Sticking with Paul McCartney, we have Pipes of Peace. This album I like from beginning to end. There isn't one track on here that I would skip. You know, it's funny, the tag here says 1975, but it was actually released in 1983, so whoever put the sticker on kind of made a mistake with the year. Next we have Outlaws, Ghost Rider. This one I think I got for like $5. Oh, pardon me, $3. Even better. Now, I was really happy to see this. This is a band that I think they only put out maybe 2 albums. Maybe they put out more, I don't know. But I had this in my collection when it was first released, and I made a really foolish bet years ago with this guy who was like 5 feet 11 inches. And by that time I had lost quite a bit of weight, and I was really getting into exercising, working out. And I used to ride my bike to and from work every day. And so I was feeling really cocky that day, and I said, you know what? I bet you any money I can outrun you. Yeah, he didn't even break a sweat, and he still beat me. So the bet was if I beat him, I got his record collection. If he beat me, he got my record collection. He got my record collection, and there was a lot of good stuff in there. I had the Stones in there. I had, of course, Planet P Project. I had Steely Dan, Elton John, Billy Joel, Led Zeppelin, Motley Crue, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne. I had all of that stuff in there. I think he walked away with about, 150 records? I think he walked away with about 150 records. And when I brought them to work to give to him, he looked at me and he said, you know, you don't have to do this. And I said, you know what, a bet's a bet. You won fair and square. I was cocky. I made a fool of myself, and this is my punishment. So I stuck to the bet. He got the records, and I had to start rebuilding the collection again. So the lesson learned there was don't get cocky, especially with someone who is a lot taller and a lot younger than you are. So there you go. Planet P Project, Pink World. Now this was released also on pink vinyl. Unfortunately, this is not the pink vinyl version. This is actually black. It's just the black version on MCA. But I was really, really happy to pick this up. It's a gatefold. So I'm slowly just rebuilding my collection from what I had years ago. Next we have Red Ryder, Breaking Curfew. Rick Springfield, Working Class Dog. Status Quo, Back to Back. Striper, The Yellow and Black Attack. This one I also got sealed. I believe I paid $5 for this. And another album that I had bought when it was first released. This is Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair. Now when I bought it, when I first bought it, this is what it was. You open it, and there was a book inside it. And you get all kinds of pictures of the artists there. I'm not going to show you everything, because that would just take too long. But yeah, that's... But when I bought this at the show, the individual I bought it from said this is a deluxe album and it's a re-release. Now the price tag is there, but I did not pay $15 for it. I got it, I think, for... I think I got it for like $10. So I was really happy to get this album, because this is the one that I actually had in my collection originally, a long time ago. Next we move on to The Tenants, self-titled. This is the one that has the song Sheriff. I think that was the hit from this album. I only paid $2 for it, so. Then we move on to Pete Townshend, Scoop. And this is also a gatefold. I don't think there's much to see there. But yeah, just another album to go with the Pete Townshend collection. Love Pete Townshend. Big time fan. Then we move on to Jethro Tull, A. Also, Jethro Tull, Stormwatch. Bonnie Tyler, Secret Dreams and Forbidden Fire. I bought this album for the song Holding Out for a Hero. It's actually on this. It's the last track on the album. U2, Under a Blood Red Sky. I had this on cassette when it was first released, and I don't think the cassette left my Walkman for at least a good 2 weeks. This whole album is just really, really good from beginning to end. I find when I play this album, as soon as you start it, it seems like it's over sooner than you would think. But it's just that good of an album. Next we have Wasted, Vices. Bob Welch, French Kiss. This is the album that has the song Ebony Eyes on it. By what I have heard from other people, Ebony Eyes was written for his wife. I don't think she was his wife at the time, but I could be wrong. Wings Over America. And this is another gatefold. Now, when I bought this album, this I only paid $3 for. So that, if you work it out, that's about $1 a record, right? Well, it was actually $1.50 a record because I'm missing record 3 on this album. So, I mean, lesson learned here. Always check the vinyl before you walk away from the table. But I played the first 2 albums, they're good. I just have to now try and get the 3 album copy. Now this one I was really surprised to find. I didn't think I was going to find it. It's kind of beat up, but the record is actually, I would say, a VG plus, maybe a VG plus plus. ZZ Top's first album. I have this on cassette. Honestly, didn't think I'd ever be able to find it on vinyl, but the individual who actually runs the show, he has his own table set up, and I talk to this guy about once or twice a month, and I do quite a bit of business with him, and I get a lot of really good deals from him. So I went over to his table, and he had asked me how I was enjoying the show, and I said it's huge. I've seen a lot of things that really caught my attention, but there's one album I'm really trying to find, and I haven't found it yet. And he asked me which one it was, and I said ZZ Top's first album on vinyl. And he said, hang on a minute. So about 3 minutes later, he comes back with the album in hand, and he gives this to me. I think I paid $8 for it. I think it was valued at $12. I got it for $8. So I was pretty happy with that. Like I said, I really didn't think I was going to find this at all. But yeah, it's a beautiful copy. Now the jacket's beat up, given its age. This album was released in 1967. And I believe this is an original release. I don't think this is a reissue. So I have it. It's staying in the collection, and that is the vinyl purchases from the show. Now, the cassette box sets I bought were Eric Clapton, Crossroads. I'd like to get this one on vinyl if I can. So, you get this booklet. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has this box set. There are some people I know who have this on vinyl. I wish I did. And these are the cassettes. And that's what they look like. So that one I think I paid $10 for. This one I bought brand new. Bruce Springsteen, the E Street Band. I think that's what this one is, yep. This is a 3 cassette set. And again, you get a booklet. This one's in color. And these are the cassettes. Just your standard black cassette. These have never been played yet. I haven't played them yet. I'm having a little problem with my cassette deck. I think I'm going to have to take it in and have someone take a look at the heads. I played one of my Beatles cassettes and it wasn't playing very well, so. And the next one is 20 Years of Jethro Tull. And then you get another booklet. That's the front of it. That's the back of it. And these are the cassettes. And they're just on clear cassettes. So I was pretty happy to get those. The lady I bought these from, she was the one who had a yard sale back in 2014 that I had visited, where I bought, I think, 1,500 records for $600, and I bought, excuse me, I bought, I think, 4,000 cassettes from her for, I think it was $200, I think. $200 or $300, I think I paid for them. Oh no, pardon me, $160. That's it. $160 for 4,000 cassette tapes. Don't have them anymore. I managed to sell off the ones that I didn't want, or that I already had at least 2 copies of. So I just did that. Did I do that this year or last year? I think I did that last year, actually. So that's done. So now I have room in the basement. I can actually start putting the music room down there. Still playing around with that idea. My daughter wants to use that rec room for her friends. So we're still not sure just what we're going to do yet. But I think we'll probably just keep the music room up here. And my daughter will probably want the basement for her friends' TV. She's already got ideas what she's planning on putting down there. So with that is the record show finds of 2015. I will be posting another video soon. And that's going to be the purchase I made in November. In fact, that's probably the last major purchase I made for 2015. I haven't bought anything since then. I won't be buying anything now till probably February. Hoping for February, because I'm starting to go through some withdrawal here. Seeing a lot of really good things online. It's just a financial issue. I've got so many other things I've got to pay for this year. So once I get that taken care of, then I can start going to the stores and start buying the things that I have on my list. And that's pretty much about it. I think what I'll do in the meantime is listen to some of the records I have here. I thought about doing a major undertaking this year. I've got over 800 records, and I thought, why don't you try to listen to all of them in 1 year, see if you can do it. And I figured that would work out to being roughly between 2 to 3 records a day I would have to listen to. And I think it's doable. I listen to about 10 CDs a day anyway, but vinyl is, I know, different. But yeah, it's just something I came up with this morning, and I thought, I'd really love to see if I can listen to all of my records in a year. This way, when the day comes where I will leave this planet, at least I can leave it knowing that I got to listen to a nice chunk of my music collection. And that's pretty much, I think, the reason for doing it, because I've spoken to people who have huge collections. The guy I actually buy some vinyl from, he's got, I think he said he had like 10,000 records. And he said, you know what, he'd never be able to listen to all of it in his lifetime. So what I'd like to do is try to listen to all of these this year and keep adding to it. And this way, like I said, I can say, yes, I've listened to each and every one of those records, and I know which ones are my favorites. I know which ones are not as good as others. Some that I probably wouldn't play more than once or twice, and others that I would probably go to regularly to put on the turntable. So that's going to be my project for this year, amongst other projects I still have to do this year. But yeah, just some of the things I've come up with. Next thing I want to talk about is the contest. I discussed it with my daughter, and she helped me with the prizes. There's going to be a first, second, and third prize. So I've narrowed that part down. So one of the prizes is going to be a box set. Now, what box set, I don't know yet. She said, you know what, the first prize should be something really spectacular. And you know what, I couldn't agree more. So it's going to be a vinyl box set. Now again, I don't know what band it's going to be. I don't know that part of it yet. Second prize I've decided is going to probably be a gift card. I think it might be like $100 gift card. And of course third prize will probably be a $50 gift card. So that's pretty much what I've rounded the prizes down to. Still working on the contest itself. I had some ideas back in December, but like I said, we had some problems here at the house, and that the contest idea for it tended to get destroyed. And my daughter decided to tear it up. So now I have to go back to the drawing board and see if I can remember what the contest was going to be. But yeah, those are the prizes. As soon as I work out the finer details of the contest, I will be making a video about it and hopefully get a lot of responses to the contest, because 100 subs, I hit over 100 subs. I couldn't be happier about it. You know, it takes a lot to be able to sit through one of my videos. I understand that. I don't have the knowledge that I used to have. I don't have the time well, it's not so much I don't have the desire. I definitely have the desire. It's just having the time to be able to sit there and really be able to appreciate the music that I have. Being a single parent and not having, I mean, where I live, it's a small place, so we're kind of always bumping into each other, getting on each other's nerves. Thankfully, my son goes out and plays hockey all the time, so he's hardly around. My daughter has been lately watching Grey's Anatomy marathon, and I've actually had time to just be down here by myself, listening to music. I know there's no music playing on in the background right now. I apologize for that. I forgot to put some music on. But yeah, I wanted to get this video up, shot, and uploaded so that you guys don't think I've forgotten about you, because I haven't forgotten about any of you. You guys have been phenomenal, very supportive. I couldn't have asked for anything better. This is a great community to be a part of, and I'm just blessed that I have people that have subscribed, people that have commented and shared their feedback, shared their knowledge with me, given me recommendations. And that's, you know what, most of my collection is based on recommendations from LJ, from Scott, from John, SMF Captain Howdy. So I mean, with that, like, thank you so much. I wouldn't even have the collection I have if it wasn't for you guys. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Getting out of breath here. Throat's getting a little bit dry. So I'm not going to ramble anymore. I just want to say thank you to all of you for supporting my channel. It's great. And I'm going to go through with the contest just to show how much I appreciate your support. So I hope everyone's having a great weekend. I'm going to close out my video now and just say thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.